It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bears and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
We're just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Let's go! Let's go! First down, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, 45 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Fights, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Fields. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Mayfield on 1st down. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now Montgomery running right. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack. Put him on the ground.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 72 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game. Oh, a strip! The ball comes out!
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
And the punt. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained. maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Taken in at the 22. Wiggles free. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he gets us down inside the 35. Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him, throw that challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is the spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now Fields. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. That's complete to Mooney. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Into the secondary, past the 40, and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Well, here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field.